Thank you for plugging into this Family Life News podcast, streaming issues-driven, family-focused news. Welcome to another edition of Hometown Heroes on Family Life. I'm your host, Bill Price. Our guest this week, Randy LeBaron from Albion, New York. His Go Scatter ministry, meeting folks where they are in the middle of a pandemic and right before Christmas.
I was called to step out of the pulpit and to really be a pastor to my community and beyond. And some of the ways that I do that is through volunteering with some other agencies in our area. I am a counselor at our CareNet Pregnancy Center, and we are specifically focusing on men. So many men have so much influence over whether or not someone might have an abortion, or men that are just wanting to learn how to be a better dad or parent.
When you look at the abortion issue, of course, it's a hot topic these days with the Supreme Court getting set to rule this coming summer on a major abortion case out of Mississippi. Roe v. Wade potentially could start to become unraveled here. But when you think about abortion, you usually don't think about men, but you are ministering to men through this issue. That's fascinating.
Well, obviously, men have a lot to do, both with having the baby as well as the decision made about whether the woman is going to go full term and give birth. But also, we've recognized the fact that a lot of men, they're told to man up. They're told to be a good father, but they don't really know what that means. And so, in our pregnancy center, we don't just focus on pro-life, we focus on pro-abundant life. There are men who, they have a lot of regret about their part in the decision to have an abortion in the past.
I know the pandemic has impacted all aspects of our lives, and I'm sure that's true for you too. And I know you guys have your hands in a lot of different ministries there with Go Scatter. How has COVID impacted you?
I've heard some pastors talk about, especially back near the beginning of the quarantine, how they really couldn't do much ministry right now, but I've never seen more ministry needs. That's why we try to take it to where the people are. Like for Hands for Hope, we have a truck, and that's why we go where the people are, because that's where the need is. Part of what I do in my ministry, I feel like Jesus when he said that, he looked upon the people without a shepherd and had compassion on them. And it's my belief that my passion for God should translate into compassion for others, and that means in action.
You're listening to Hometown Heroes on Family Life. Our guest this week, Randy LeBaron from Albion, New York. And I know you, Randy, personally. I know you used to be a pastor. Now you're more, as you mentioned, on the streets, meeting people where they're at. Can you compare a ministry from behind the pulpit to ministry on the street?
Through my 25 years of pulpit ministry, I was still, as much as I could, on the street. The main difference now is I just have much more time to freely give to it.
We all need hope, and this is the time of year with Christmas and the holidays, and we're excited, but at the same time, a lot of people are hurting. We're sick and tired of this pandemic, and we want normal lives back again. And I know that you are involved in so many things, whether it's the pregnancy center for men, whether it's the street ministry, the Hands for Hope street ministry, or even the coffee ministry that you have, where you just get out and sit down with total strangers and share a cup of coffee together. What's your message, Randy, to those who are struggling to find hope this holiday season?
The best thing I can share with them is that because of what Christ did, because he came to earth on Christmas, lived that sinless life, died a sinner's death for our sake, and that he's promised to come back again, which is what Advent and Christmas is about, that we don't have to settle for this world. We can get frustrated with government and politics and pandemics and all these things. If nothing else, it should make us want to hunger for something better. And the fact is that Jesus does offer something better. He offers life and life abundant. for those that are fed up with this world, just the hope to know that he has something so much better.
That's Randy LeBaron from Albion, New York, this week's Hometown Hero. Join us next week as we search for your home, your town, your hero. It's Hometown Heroes on Family Life.